Hey, hey, good
Hey, hey,
evening, everyone. I just finished work, you guys. And listen, I have these two warrior women here with me tonight. I'm super excited. Full disclosure, I have to tell you all because if you know me is to love me. My boyfriend says when you know what you're dealing with, you deal with it accordingly. So I was supposed to organize this thing for our team chat, our team training with a girl named Charla and Sequita. But instead, I asked Shasta and Sequita, and I was all excited. I got it all organized early, and they were talking and they were doing the thing. And then all of a sudden, one of my leaders goes, no, it's Charla. And they're both beautiful, incredible women on our team. So I was like, you know what? I want you guys on my live, on my channel, on my page. So if you guys want to take a second, you can share it to your page if you want to, however you want to do that, or you can share it after the fact, whatever works. But I want to welcome you both here. I'm so grateful for you covering my nakedness and my mistakes. But listen, everything happens for a reason, right? I firmly believe God brought the two of you together, even though it was like my mistake. I feel like listening to both of your stories, I'm like, they have a lot of similarities and a lot of like, you're both just a lover of empowering women and seeing women rise to their best. And so I want to hear a little bit more about that. So Shasta, why don't you tell us a little bit about you first, what it is you do? I want to hear what your passions are.
Okay. All right. So I love to help women feel better in all different ways. I am an avid outdoor person. I love to hike and bike, mountain climb. I mean, I love it, right? But I want to empower other women my age and older to get outside as well. So I know that's something we actually don't do in our lives. And, we have all sorts of other things we're supposed to be taking care of. And the last thing we do is take care of ourselves. And for me, getting outdoors was kind of critical at a certain point in my life because, all the hormones and crap starts changing and it's not fun and you don't know what to do. And it's kind of overwhelming. So for me, getting outside was kind of like the key to unlocking the overwhelm to be, say, hey, it doesn't have to be this way. We can do something better. Um, and
I
so that's
actually
what I
read an
do.
article today
Mhm.
how grounding, being outside, getting in the red rays of the morning sun, grounding, how all of it actually has huge benefits and effects on menopause.
Yes.
Really?
I had no idea. I've been doing it every morning, getting outside, all this stuff. But listening to you, I'm like, she obviously already knows that because you're already talking. So it's funny that I literally just read this today. So I'm
That's
going to be
awesome.
moving my work desk outside. Me and Sequita, we going to be dragging our desks
I
down.
know, for real. For real. I need a desk outside.
I know, right? I
But it's
know.
Texas, so not
It's a little
Yeah.
hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
a
like,
tidbit. It's a tidbit hot. Tidbit
I
hot.
never knew hot until I went to Texas in August. And I went to Houston. So apparently, tell me if this is true, Sequita. Is Houston hotter than Dallas?
Houston is muggy. So Houston is below sea level, like New
Okay.
Orleans. So it's more of a muggy.
Okay.
Sometimes we have muggy, but we have a lot of dry heat.
Right, right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Shasta. The way you were going, I'm
Good.
like, I have to share that. I read that today because listen, there's menopausal mamas on here that. So tell us more about that.
Okay. So for me, perimenopause started when I was about 37 or 38. I started noticing different things. I wasn't sleeping as well as I was. I used to be able to take a nap and not wake up 20 seconds later. Like things were changing. My hair was thinning. I was working out, but nothing was happening. No tone, no definition, no weight loss,
Mm,
nothing. And I worked out my whole life since I was about 20. So this isn't something I just started in my
Mhm.
30s, right? Like I have consistently been doing this almost every day. I couldn't do that anymore. 5 days a week was too much. I have a ring that tracks everything, and it was always kept saying, "You're tired. You need
mm.
to rest." But when I was resting, I wasn't actually calming down enough to make any difference. And so everything was elevating and I didn't know what was going on. I went to different doctors. Everybody's like, "You're too young." Like, am I? Well, that's cute because I don't know what this is.
Tell my body that.
Right?
Mhm.
And ironically, a friend of mine, so 2020 happened, right? We're all home, we're all doing the thing. So I reconnected with a friend. She actually lives in England, and she was 38 at that time, so a couple years ago, and she was going crazy. And it was because of perimenopause. She had no clue what was happening, but I saw, from 5 years younger than she is, what was going on. So then when it started for me, I immediately texted her and I said, do you think this could be happening to me as well? And she said, 100% that's what this is.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen, I don't even know if I don't know. My body has no idea what stage of anything that it's in, to be honest, because it just does whatever the heck it wants. So, but what about you, Sequita? Are you in menopause?
Oh, I put myself in menopause.
You did? Wait, that's a thing you can do? Like, you can
That's
be like,
a new one.
So I had a partial hysterectomy in 2015.
Mhm.
And so that I wouldn't be completely in menopause, my doctor's like, keep an ovary.
Yeah,
Right.
I've heard that.
And I said, okay, let's keep, I don't know, the left one sounds good. 2 years later, I had a business trip planned, but I woke up in violent pain, throwing up, went to ER, and I had a bleeding ovary. So in 2017, I had an ovaryectomy. And so in 2017, I went into menopause. And as we go into menopause, the doctors, what? They want to put us on some form of estrogen.
Mhm.
And studies have shown, this is not Sequita's rule, that sometimes taking that estrogen can impact other parts of your body, like your heart. And so I made the decision, I'm not going to take it. If it is detrimental to my health, I'll find out when God wants me to find out about it. So I didn't, but because I didn't, the night sweats, the not being able to sleep, the chunky gut that, looks like you're pregnant, just the things were happening. Fatigue big time, waking up tired, going to work all day tired, and then you start to supplement with 3 or 4 Cokes a day. It's the pick me up crash, pick me up was my
roller
experience.
coaster.
So I put myself in menopause, and the products that we've been introduced to in the last 18 months have tremendously helped me. Like the night sweats, I don't really have those anymore.
That's awesome.
This is my experience with the products, not making any medical.
Right.
But that, the fatigue is gone. Like I'd never be doing this at 8 o'clock. I mean, before this, I was like, I have a 5-year-old now and a 13-year-old, and I'm 57. And so I pick her up from school, and I'm like, when is she going to go to sleep? So I can take a nap so we can get to bed. But I don't feel that way anymore because I have energy. And it's the most amazing thing. Like everybody needs what God has blessed us with.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So Shasta, before you found the frequency, before then we're going to talk, how were you coping? Because, I want to be able to identify with all these women who are struggling with menopause. Mm-hmm. Like there's so many different ways to try to cope with it and the things you're trying to take. And so how were you trying to manage? Because I mean, you started early.
Yeah. So I, did all the research, asked Google all the questions. Google had no answers.
Well, doctors have no answers to
nobody had any answers. It was so frustrating. And so down the TikTok rabbit hole I went, and it was like, oh, well, this vitamin does this and this vitamin does this. So then I would take it and compare it to what Google said. I'm like, well, that's true. However, and then I met somebody who is a whole health, analysis, basically. So you go to her, you take your blood work, and you take, everything that the doctor has been giving you. She plugs it into her computer. And, I was complaining about a couple of things at the gym, and she's like, oh, well, the genesis of that symptom is because of X. And I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you can actually tell me, like, the core of everything, and then I can just figure out the core problem instead of, adding a supplement here and causing something else to happen, right? And so that was the game I was playing. And so I did that with her, and I figured out a few things, which was great, but I still didn't feel good. Like, I still couldn't go to the gym 5 days a week. I was too tired. I do weightlifting. You couldn't tell. You honestly couldn't tell. And it was so frustrating. And so that's kind of how I was coping, was just like I think I was on 8 different vitamins for various different. Yeah.
That was me.
Every single
Rita, were you like that too?
Yeah.
Like, you have like this list.
Yeah.
Outside of my regular medicine from the doctor, there was probably 10 pills that were supplements. And I got to take this one in the morning. And you better take this one before you eat dinner or lunch. And I'm having reminders. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's exhausting in itself, you guys.
It is exhausting. It is.
I had a list as long as my arm. Do you think I could remember everything? No.
Right.
So, and I think too, because like, well, we're using now the mushroom juice and the rise and the river, like, because I feel it working so quickly, I remember, because I crave it. I want it. I need it. And it's like, I do not want to go, like, it's, for me, how it's helped me has been so drastic that I can't go back to how I used to feel. Like, I won't survive that. Like, so I can't, so yeah, but thankfully it's super easy. So, okay, Shasta. So now we've talked about, like, okay, we're all, I mean, everyone I think is just randomly trying all these different things. I also just read an article. I'm a reader, if you can't tell. I'm always looking for articles and stuff. But so Amazon, because we all know, like, we share our information with people. We talk to people. They ask us questions based on, and then they're like, oh no, I found something similar on Amazon. Well, first of all, we're one of a kind. There is nothing similar. But I just read an article that up to 80% of supplements on Amazon are not what's in the bottle, not what's on the label. And they have legitimate stuff mixed in the same. If it's vitamin E, for example, all the vitamin E from like wherever sources are all put in, like, so there's no control over, you may purchase from XYZ merchant, but there's no control that what you read on that. So, and what's in the bottle isn't necessarily what's on the label. And listen, y'all, I used to buy a ton of stuff from Amazon. Once you open it, you own it, whether you can take it or not, whether you had a reaction or not, if it didn't work. Like, I had tons of stuff that I just had to throw out. Yeah. We have a 30-day money back guarantee here. Okay. I'm just going to put that out there, but we're going to keep talking. So
we do, but can I add? Yes. Because you said about getting the products on Amazon, where our products are manufactured. I just remember this from the tour that I did. They have an actual room as they batch and make the products. It goes to this room so that if somebody comes back and has some sort of reaction, they can go back to that exact batch and pull from it. I think that is so amazing. It was the first time I ever heard that from a supplement company. That they care enough about the products that we are representing that they put the best source natural products together. The manufacturing factory is pristine, clean, like you could literally eat off the floor.
You could.
That's so cool.
Have you been to the facility yet, Shasta?
No, I plan on it in August though.
You're going to be blown away. I know that's not what we're here for, but it is mind-blowing to me.
It is. And you're right. They do catalog every batch. They take a little bit of it, goes the date, the manufacturing, like all the information, and it's stored so that they can go back to it and determine, if should anything ever happen.
I can't remember how many years, but it was a span of time that it's
Yeah.
kept,
Oh, wow.
and only 1 or 2 people can get into that room once it's placed in there.
Well, if the world ever ends, I'm going to that room because there'll be a
Right?
lifetime
Because we know where if we can get, and I'm the closest person to it.
That's right. I know, you guys. Shasta, Shaquita lives like, how far are you from the
I live
lab?
about 30 minutes, 40 minutes in traffic from where all the products, like I can order today, and if everything is going well, today's Tuesday, I can have it by Friday.
That's awesome. They're about to open one up here in Toronto, and I'm like, I'm just gonna drive up and knock on the door, like, hey, like.
How far is that from you?
Well, it's about an hour, depending on where in Toronto. It's about an hour, so it's not nearly as close as you, but
you'll get your products so much more faster.
Yeah. So, okay. So now we talked about how we were feeling well before.
Mm-hmm.
So I love to hear this part of, and I know from Sequita because we've had this conversation before, but Shasta, tell me how because I love to have these stories, not only so people can learn what the products do as a customer, but there's a whole business model behind this where people are succeeding, people who've never done this before, people who've never seen success before. So I like people to understand just how simple it is on a business affiliate side, if that's what they're looking for. So how did you find out about the Rise?
So Amber and I were friends. Amber Duluth and I, we were friends for a couple of years. We were on in an online book club. And so that's kind of how we met. And then, of course, we took our chats. You're all laughing. It was a spicy book club.
We get it.
And so we,
I got a spicy novel. It's called The Song of Solomon.
I'm dying. And so I don't even know.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Keep going.
You're good. I don't even know what the first initial chat we had, but I knew we totally got along really, really well. So we took our chats out of the group because we were kind of the disruptors.
Not surprising in any
way. I know. Shocked. Are you?
I feel like that's why we all get along so well.
I know. And I knew, so I followed her. She followed me back, and we chatted. I mean, for years. I actually only met her back in February, but her and I have been friends for years. And I knew she was selling mushrooms, and I again, I was trying everything, and things weren't working. We're just working well enough, and I'm like, well, this is as good as it gets. And so what happens is, she, says, here's a 5-day. I'm like, fine, whatever. I try it. I'm like, oh, something's different. And I do nothing with it for a couple months. And then she's like, okay, let's try this again. But this time with the nighttime collagen. I'm like, fine. So I ordered that. She sent it out. That's literally probably what I sounded like too. And again, I noticed the difference, but those 5 days were the best sleep I had had in years. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, this is different. This is something that's different. And sure enough, I started just with the mushrooms and the source. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And slowly, all of those supplements I was taking, I trashed. I didn't need them. Mm-hmm. I didn't need them. And I stopped every subscription. And I'm down to one now. I take a fatty acid supplement, but I think everybody should.
Right.
But yeah, and that's honestly how it started. And then Amber, I don't even know what she said. Oh, it was the dollar. It was the dollar thing. And I'm like, okay, yes. For $1, let's see how this works,
Yeah.
See, and this is what I want people to understand. I have so many people that, they'll ask me because this is one of the things I'm passionate about. I love showing people how to make money online. I just love it. There are so many ways to do it. I mean, I love our company because it's one of the best compensation plans out there. You know, we're earning jewelry, we are earning trips, we're all working towards a cruise right now that's going to happen in February. Like, but the community here, especially our team, we're the number one team in the company, and we are, like, Lisa's on here, Lene's on here, like, we are disruptors. We really are, like, not just in a sense of like, oh my gosh, they're the loud table, but disruptors in the sense that, listen, woman, I'm talking to you because there is so much more inside of you that needs to come out.
Yep.
You've put a lid on it, you've stuffed it down, you've taken on the pressures of everyone else around you.
Yep.
But we're the disruptors in the sense that we're going to come wake you from that slumber and push you and help you and stand next to you and inspire you and lock arms with you so that you can be the best woman you possibly can be. And that, thank you, Jesus. That was just I got a little goosebumps over here. I don't even know where that came from, but like, we are disruptors in every sense of the word, because it's not enough for you to settle. That's not why you were created. That's not why you were designed. We all wake up every day. And listen, when we're talking about menopause, ladies, how many of us are just told, like, oh, well, you're at that age, that's just how it's going to be?
Too many.
Like, they don't really understand.
Yeah.
First of all, if you have a male doctor, he has no idea
Not a clue
about menopause, first of all. I don't even know why they go into that study, because you can't, unless you experience it, you can't understand it. So, but we end up settling, right, ladies, of, well, this is just how, you know, oh, I'm 40. Oh, I'm 45. I mean, Shasta, you like 37. Like, that's just tragic.
Early.
Like, honest to goodness. Like, that's just, and like I said, I don't even know if I'm in menopause or out of menopause, or I don't even know if menopause knows where to find me. Like, I have no idea where in that whole realm of things I am. But I was so sick with so many other things, like, leading up to this. So possibly some of my symptoms could have been like covered up by the other things that I was dealing with. Like, I don't know. I just know that Mother Nature is spiteful at times, and at the very worst of times, certain things come that should never be here anymore, because I'm 51 and I'm over it. But so, okay. So, but what I wanted to say is that social media is amazing. And being in a group about spicy books somehow led to two people connecting, now working business together, helping women feel good again, find themselves again, feel better than they have in a really long time. And, you know, like, I've met Sequita in person because we met at one of the first events, but I've yet to meet Shasta in person. But yet, sitting here having these conversations with them, you wouldn't know that we hadn't known each other. You would think that we knew each other for years, because that's one of the things I love about network marketing, actually, is the people that you can get connected to. And I really feel like the vibe and I don't mean that, like, the vibe in our team and the culture, the community, the way that we love on each other and the way that we connect to each other and we help each other, like, it's one of a kind. And it's pretty much company wide, but it's very, very strong in our team. And I absolutely love that. Just being able to, like I said the other night, Sequita interviewed one of the other girls, and like, talk, like, it was just like having a cup of coffee, you know, with one of your besties that moved, you know, 3 states over, and you're having a video chat. So I love the internet for that part. I love the industry for that part. I've met Lene one time, but yet we talk almost every single day, and we make jokes, and, like, you know, it's just, if you're looking for a community, first of all, if you're looking to feel better, I want to finish these stories. So Shasta tries a 5-day experience of the Rise and also the Source. And if you're struggling to sleep as a menopausal mama, as a menopausal woman, you need the Sync. Like, 100%, you honestly need the Sync, because it's life-changing when you start getting better sleep. And okay, so you did the 5-day, you loved how you felt. And then what happened after that? Did you do business right? You said it was the dollar days, and we do have those promos. It's normally only, you guys, $49 to become an affiliate.
Right.
And
right.
you get paid right off the bat. You start getting paid. You don't even have to order your own personal products in order to be qualified to get paid.
Right.
Mhm.
One customer order less than $50 qualifies you to get paid. I don't recommend it because the products are amazing and you're going to feel so amazing. But what I'm saying is, if you're financially stuck and you're in a hole
Mhm.
and you don't know what to do, but you need to make
Yeah.
money now, helping people feel good now, you can do that with $50 and we can help you connect to people who need and want what you're going to be having in your hands,
Absolutely.
proverbial, right?
Yep.
And start making you money so that you can afford these products, so that you can afford the gas in the car, the extra bag of diapers you might need, whatever it is. So I'm just saying that it's not an arm and a leg. I've been in companies where you needed to spend $500 to get started and you needed a $300 order every month
Yeah.
to be
Yep.
come on, right? You guys, you know,
Yep.
to be
We've all
commission
been there.
qualified.
We've all been there. Yeah.
Yes. And if you didn't put your own personal order in, you could have had 30 customers. You're not getting
Yep.
paid on it because you
Yep.
didn't make your own personal order.
Yep.
It's not like that here. I know so many people, and you guys probably the same, have been burned by network marketing companies. The
Yeah.
cultures in certain teams, like all these things,
Mhm.
we're different here. We're different here. Like that's one of the things I want you to know. So let's talk about the business side a little bit. Who do you speak to? How do you find them? What do you like? Let's talk about that a little bit because I want people to understand that they're already doing what we do. They're just doing it for companies that don't pay them. So tell me a little bit about that.
Me or Sakita?
Either
So
or.
I'll start.
Yeah.
The thing that I try to remind people, and I don't know why I'm blurred here. Something's going on with
Because
my-
you have to lean forward a little bit. It's because your background's blurred, I think. Or maybe lean
How
back.
about that?
There you go. That's better.
Yeah, my light was out.
Oh, there you go.
That's better. Okay, so I just remind people that
She's in the witness protection program. That's
you can't see me. You can't see me. So I remind people that are maybe a little nervous about the business part of Frequenz or any network marketing company. You are every day telling someone about something.
Yes.
You bought something on Amazon. You're like, this is the absolute best gadget that I've ever bought. And you're telling your friends and they're like, hey, send me the link. But you don't think enough to even get an affiliate link for even that product that you like on Amazon. And the person who made this is making all the money.
Mhm.
We have a golden opportunity because we're paid on the real dollar. And our products are fire.
Yep.
Heck yes.
And everybody needs them, you guys. Everybody needs what we have.
Yes.
You just show up on social media as your authentic self.
Yes.
You have to step out on faith. Like, you cannot allow comparison to what your friends are doing keep you down. You may not rank up when you first get started, but consistency is key. Getting out in front of your audience, sharing what makes you feel good. That's all you have to do. Get on and say, this makes me feel good. Some people are intimidated. They don't want to make reels. Don't put your face on there.
Yeah.
There are lots of ways around
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's advertising, but just showing up.
Yeah.
You are selling yourself. You
Just
are
telling your story.
You're selling your story and you're making people know. And when they like and they know you and they trust you, they are going to try the products if you're consistently showing up. That's
Right.
what I've seen personally. When I don't show up and I don't get in my stories and I don't make posts and I don't share my life, people aren't watching, they don't interact.
Right.
Social media is that. It's social. So you have to be social first
Absolutely.
and then introduce what's going on in your life.
Yep.
For me, that's what it's been.
And the beauty thing too is, like, we have Mushroom Millionaires University, you guys. So you literally can hop on every day, either at noon or at 8 p.m. And there's different skills training sessions where you can learn. If you don't know how to do something, you can learn. Or you can even just reach out to someone in the team and go, hey, do you know how to do this? Can you help me? Like, everybody's so busy helping each other. There's no time for drama. Like, it's the best part. So Shasta, tell me about how you go about building business. Are you like an in-person person, or are you a social media person? Like, how do you do it?
A little bit of both. I have a certificate in social media marketing, so that wasn't going to be hard. Right. I kind of learned how to do it. And so I thought, well, let's start applying it and let's figure it out. And so I did. And within a couple of weeks, my followers grew from 300 to 1,000. And it's just because I was doing the things and saying all the right things, and not even the right things, just sharing myself. I was being loyal to who I am, and I was using my voice. I wasn't being weird. It was just like, you guys, this works. You should check it out. And now it's just like, I think I post in my stories more than I actually do my posts. And I always have my stories going.
Same.
And there, like, I'll say, I'll have pictures of my lemonade like every day, right? At least once every morning. And people are like, now I'm getting messages. It took a couple weeks, a couple months, like 2 months. But now I'm getting messages. Hey, send me a link. Hey, my husband and I have wanted to try this, and I've seen this product now 8 times.
Yeah.
Cycling through on your stories. So I want to learn more, which is really cool, because now all this effort I've been putting in, and you think, no one's seeing anything, no one's going to do anything. And now it's like, oh, hold on now. Okay. Don't give up.
Yeah. Well, and like you both said, like, I love that part, is you just have to show up as yourself.
Yeah.
Show up as yourself and tell your story, because first of all, product aside, your story matters.
Right.
And there are women in this world that need to hear your story. And because there are women coming up behind you that are just starting to deal with stuff that you've already dealt with.
Yep.
And they need to know that they're going to make it through. So, when we, that song, like, this little light of mine, like, hide it under a bush. No, like, we need to be sharing our stories with one another, because that's how we survive. That's how we thrive. That's how we grow. That's how we heal. Because, something Sequita said, or something Shasta said on here tonight, like, you might hear that in your head 3 or 4 or 5 days from now as something that, like, hey, that stuck with me. It's like a little fingerprint on your heart that, and so just being real and being honest. And listen, this product sells itself. You don't have to be a salesperson.
Right.
You really don't. You get it in your body. If you haven't tried it, if you're connected to Shasta, if you're connected to Sequita, or if someone else shared this on their page, even if you were to reach out to us, we would literally ask you first, like, who connected you to us,
Right.
just to make sure it goes to the right person. But, you can get a 5-day experience. I don't recommend it, because by about day 4, you're going to start panicking because you feel incredible and you don't want to run out. So I always recommend 30 days myself. But depending on where you're at financially or your belief, 5 days is going to prove to you that we know what we're talking about.
Right.
And you're going to love it, and you're going to love the people here. And listen, tomorrow is Winning Wednesday, you guys.
Yes.
You can win. We're giving away $1,000 of our sticks. So I've got it as my little pen container, but you'll get our sticks, our single serving sticks. There's going to be 10 people who are going to win a bag of our sticks. And so listen, look for that hashtag Winning Wednesday. Connect with Shasta, connect with Sequita, connect with me, whoever, to find out because you can enter every single week.
Yeah.
Every single week you can enter to win over and over and over again. And it's like Groundhog Day, but winning. So, if you're like, I'm not ready, but if you want it, I bet you try it. So definitely get in on Winning Wednesdays. And that's another thing that the company does, so that they're absorbing the cost of all of these giveaways every single week. That's how passionate we are about what's happening here, not just for people's bank accounts, but for people's bodies, for people's minds.
Right.
I was on a call the other day and I heard a woman talking about her 7-year-old daughter with cerebral palsy who drank a quarter of a scoop for 6 or 7, 5 days or whatever it was. And it's like she's standing up straighter and she feels stronger and she's happier. And like they said, she's just a completely different child. You guys,
I love
a quarter of a scoop. Like the story.
Oh my gosh.
It's mind blowing. Like it's literally, I don't want to say it's a miracle because it's science. It's not magic. It's not a miracle. I believe in miracles. I'm not being disrespectful, but it's literally science. The way that it's formulated, the way that it's done. There are people in recovery who are finding that this is just helping their mental health and it's helping them stay on the straight and narrow. Like we have groups, VIP groups we can put you in with tens of thousands of people sharing what's happening to them as they drink this juice. Because here's the thing, you guys, mushrooms are adaptogenic. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means they adapt to the environment that they're in to thrive. And so when it gets in your body, it's going to figure out what your health needs most and it's going to fix that first. And then when that's level and balance, it's going to look at the next thing. It's kind of like it gets in your body and makes like a honey-do list and then all these things, because I'm telling you, like week 1, week 2, week 3, this was amazing. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, not only this, but now this feels better. Like first for me, it was my mood and my energy. And then a week in, it was like my sleep started getting, listen, I have a sleep disorder, you guys. Like I toss and turn like a rotisserie chicken, or I did, I don't anymore. A rotisserie chicken in the 7-Eleven. That's how and tossing back and forth. I have to wear a sleep mask. Like I'm a right mess. I wasn't getting good sleep. And when you're not getting good sleep, you guys, it affects every single thing about you. Everything. Your metabolism shuts off. Because it's a non-essential function. So if your body's not getting that good deep sleep, your metabolism is off. Off. And once it's off, let me tell you, it takes a lot to prime it to get it back on. And I'm saying this as a nutrition coach who and somebody who worked in the hospital about nutrition. It shuts all sorts of things off. And so anyways, I don't know about you guys. This is our newest product, you guys. The reverse. Y'all, I could.
On my desk.
Like, I just want to schmooze. This is like, don't ever leave me. Like, this is so good. And I take it at night. Do you guys take it at night? Or do you
I don't. I take mine during the day.
Sequita?
I know.
Do you take yours at night, Shasta?
If you think sleep is good with zinc, wait until you start taking this. I take it usually about 8 o'clock, 7-ish, 8 o'clock. Oh my word. Like my bladder needs an alarm clock because I sleep so deeply.
Really? I know, but I just haven't switched to nighttime.
I was taking it in the morning.
Switch tonight.
This is the crazy thing, you guys. I was taking it in the morning. And I was like, between this and the rise, I was like vibrating. I'm like, this is like, I felt like a nuclear reactor. I'm like, this is too much energy for one body to contain. And I'm stationary. I sit at a desk. So I wasn't able to expend that energy. So then I was like, okay, I'll start drinking caffeine-free rise because it does give you energy. But the crazy thing is when you take it at night, it does something completely different. I can't explain it. I'm not the formulator or the scientist, but listen, you guys, your body does its deepest repair at night when you're getting good sleep. That's when all your systems regenerate, restore, repair, realign. And so taking this at night, and I can never say this so fast.
There she goes.
NMNH. Like, I'm like the little kid. Did you just take them at night?
I just took them.
So I'm telling you,
you're gonna sleep
body
so
does
well.
its deepest restorative sleep. So the NMNH is you had NAD in your body as a child. You had very high amounts of it, you guys. I know we're going on for a long time, but we're talking good. So this is This is need to know basis. You had high levels of NAD in your body when probably at the highest point was mid-teenager.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why your skin looked, well, let's say pre-teenager, okay? Because before you got into the hormones, but
Mhm.
your skin looked amazing. It was pink, it was plump, it was firm. When you fell down, you healed quickly. I'm saying for the most part, I'm saying the average person. Because you had energy all the time. You could go. You could eat anything you wanted and not
Mhm.
ever gain a pound. Like, why was that? Because your body had a high level of NAD. And as you start aging, it starts declining. This is an activator. So this activates that natural process that's already in your body to start repairing. We have clinical trials repairing on a cellular DNA level, like at the deepest level. Listen, you guys, your cells regenerate. Like your liver regenerates every so many days, your skin every so many days. Listen, when you take this for like 30 days or even 6 weeks, like your skin is completely different.
Mhm.
Like literally, I had the 11s. I just noticed last night my 11s are gone. And I am one of the most expressive people ever. So like the fine lines, I can't help it. That's just who I am. But all of these different things. I remember Sequita, she called me. She's like, okay, it used to be because we sit for a long time, right? We're
Yeah.
8 hours at least a day at our desk. So, and then especially she's in Texas, so she's in air conditioning. When you go to stand up,
Yes.
that stiffness. And I remember Sequita was like, I used to have to prime, and that's me. I used to have to stand up, and then I'd have to like prime my knees before I could actually take a step.
Before you walked.
Yes. You literally had to like warm up, like it was like start your engines.
Yeah.
It's like the NASCAR, right? So then she calls me, she's like, since I started taking this, like she was just up and out that chair like a shot.
I can get up it. It's I don't want to say it's amazing. It's amazing.
I love that.
It's totally amazing.
It is. Shasta, are you taking this?
Oh, yes.
Right? Guys, and we've only had this since February. I compared a picture of myself. I put it in all the chats. Go check out my stories because it's mind-blowing. From February when we started, and I'd already been on the Rise and Source for a year, every day for a year, and I'm feeling really fine. And I look a lot better than I did, but this is like
a game changer.
Yeah.
It is a game changer. And people say that about products all the time, but I'm telling you, I can show you pictures you won't even believe. Like people look at my pictures and go, oh my God, it looks like mother and daughter. Like it doesn't even look like the same person. One lady pointed out, I wasn't sure if she was trying to be sassy or not, but she was like, oh, even your eyes are a different color. And I'm like, yeah, because when you're toxic in your body, like it builds up on your, like, so yeah, it's crazy. And listen, I'm going to tell you guys, like women, you've spent your whole life, especially if you relate to all this whole menopause and everything, and you're at that age, the same age as we are, you spent your whole life doing for everyone else. You spent your whole life putting your own needs on the back burner to meet the needs of everyone else. And if you're in this age category of the women sitting here at this little round table that we created today, it's your time.
Absolutely.
It's your time. Because you've put yourself last for long enough, and now you're tired, and now you're overwhelmed, and now you're stressed, and now you feel like you've missed the boat and it's too late. And I promise you, it's not. The best is yet to come. You need to reach out to whoever connected you to watching this and just say, I'm ready for 5 days. If that's all you're ready for, just say that. I'm ready for 5 days. Because I'm telling you, what could happen to you in 5 days? I wouldn't say you're going to get a full experience, but you're going to know well enough that this stuff works and I really need to get it in my body on a regular basis.
Right.
So I recommend the Ultimate Stack. That's our Rise, our Source, and our Reverse.
Yeah.
There's a skincare. We also have, there's the sink we were talking, like we have so many different things. We didn't even talk about the Relieve Cream, which is a lifesaver. I had a migraine today and I slathered it on the back of my neck, and we haven't talked about the frequencies. Like we literally are just sharing stories of hope
Mhm.
And so now, last question for you ladies. Having been, I don't know how long it is that you've been on these products, but tell everybody, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like just describe your life now, having found something that truly works on the cellular level. Shasta, take it away.
Okay. So 1 to 10, 10 being the best. I'm at a solid 9. Solid. I know. It was probably a 1 or 2 before. I've been taking these, the mushroom lemonade I've been taking since before January. And then I added everything else in February when it came out. I went home and I ordered it, and I've been consistent with the reverse, always with the mushroom lemonade, but consistent with the reverse as well. And it's a night and day difference.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm healing, and I know I'm healing because I have my ring tracker. And sure enough, every day it's like, oh my gosh, your sleep is amazing. Like you're not tired. Your body isn't stressed. You go do what you want today, every single day.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, I'll take it. Because before it was not like that at all. So yay.
Yay, for sure. So
and
amazing.
we think about women who are constantly under stress. Cortisol, when your cortisol spikes, it makes you store belly fat.
Yep.
And then it's like really impermeable, hard to lose because your cortisol stays really high. Because you wake up every morning, you haven't slept, you're thinking about all of the, like you're overwhelmed before you even open your eyes, before your feet even hit the floor. And so that cortisol is like, that's your fight or flight. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, your cortisol is affected by my heart's racing because I don't know how I'm going to pay my phone bill. The same way your heart would race and your cortisol would jack up if you were chased by a saber-toothed tiger. Okay. It's exactly the same. Your body, it's just a physiological response to stress. It doesn't matter how you think, like, oh, everybody struggles with this. Everybody's having trouble managing these things. But that's why, like, your cortisol, and when it stays high and gets stuck in the overdrive, like it just, your hair falls out. Like you're you get that belly bloat you can't get rid of. You can't, you're tired, you're exhausted all the time, like adrenal fatigue, all these things. So you need good sleep, honey.
Absolutely.
And we're here for you. And so I want to hear Sequita too, because I know she was on before, but there's different people watching and stuff. So now that you've been on this, like, tell me about your turnaround.
So I've been taking the products for 16 months, like the Rise consistently. Source, not so much. Source, I've been consistent since February, and I can totally tell the difference with that. And then I've been taking the Reverse since February. But for me, you mentioned the change in my knees. That's like huge for me. The energy, like I said, I have a 5-year-old. So the energy that I feel from the products is, I wouldn't change it for the world.
And your 5-year-old drinks it, right?
The decaffeinated when sometimes, not all the time. She loves the sink. Every night she wants the bedtime bestie. So we typically share a pack. Every now and then she'll get me and she'll say, here, I took it all. I'm like, but listen, you guys, the products are amazing. I feel like, so I would say before I started the products, I probably was a 5-ish. Right. Because I pushed through. I pushed through. That's what women do, right? You just keep doing it. You keep doing it. And now I'm probably about, I would say I'm a 10. I really feel amazing.
You are a 10, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel amazing. And my husband loves it. Like if I'm delayed in making our juice in the morning, he's like, where's my juice? And like, I need to do his before and afters because I can see a difference in his gut, in his face. He has energy. Like he's older than I am. We're old. But we don't feel like it. Like I don't feel my age anymore.
Awesome.
No, I agree. But that's something we didn't talk about today. I'm going to have to create a whole new panel, is the men that are using this and same thing, you guys. They feel like they have to provide. They're told, don't cry, you can't show emotion, you can't. They've got all of this pent up, bottled up inside, and they're suffering and they're struggling. And it is mental health, men's mental health month. So I'm gonna have to do that later this week. I'm actually heading to Dallas. I'm so excited.
So cool.
Maybe Sequita, I'm gonna have to talk to you after and find out how far you are from where we're staying.
Yeah, no, reach out. I was gonna hopefully try to see you guys, like at least try to sneak in before y'all get started and see, you know, you and Debbie,
Yes. Because we're all coming in, I think, Friday night. So we'll talk about that and see like if there's
an opportunity for sure.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Because I mean, we're staying at an Airbnb. Everyone else is at a hotel. I don't, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Well, it does, you guys, because some of us earned a platinum leadership retreat. We're going to attend. Like, this company spoils. Spoils. And I'm not talking at $50,000 or $100,000. I'm talking at $10,000.
$10,000
in team volume. $10 million mansion on the lake where Blake Shelton lives. I'm so excited.
Maybe they'll be in town.
What's that?
So maybe they'll be in town.
Oh my gosh. Listen, if you hear about somebody diving off a yacht into the middle of the lake, it's me.
It's you.
Because I saw Blake. But they have a masseuse. They have a personal chef. They're taking us out on the yacht. There's permanent jewelry. There's all these gifts. There's karaoke. There's going to be a casino night. We get to test new products. Like, cool. They're just spoiling us rotten. And I'm telling you both right now, you're at the next one. I'm speaking that out and I'm declaring that
we're
going to be at the next one. Okay. Yes. I know it. We also have the cruise that's coming up next February. So like, there's just so many fun things and so many rewarding. The reward is really for me in who comes into your inbox and says, I was struggling with XYZ. And it was debilitating for them. Like, there's things that we struggle with as people, and women especially, we stuff it down. I mean, men do the same thing. As humans, we stuff it down. We don't want to talk. We don't want to burden anybody. But we're struggling, suffering, dragging ourselves day through day. So I hope that being on here, you guys, seeing us all laughing and giggling and sharing and just like, here we are. It's 10 o'clock at night where I am. I just finished work. These ladies were gracious enough to hop on with me. And we're having a blast and we're full of life. And it wasn't that way not so long ago. Like,
not so long
like
ago.
Sequita said, like, she'd normally be in bed by now.
Yeah.
And, you know, so.
I'm like, where's the Benadryl?
Right?
I mean, I'm just going to be honest. It's time for a dose. For the little one.
Right.
Man.
I know, right? Or the Gravol. We used to do that when we went on road trips.
Yeah.
We mix a little Gravol with the Smarties and then it made for a good trip.
Yeah.
Shasta's like, oh my God.
Like,
but anyways, you guys, we are an amazing community. So much fun. We would love to, whether you want to be a customer or you want to learn how to make money, or maybe you want to be entered to win the giveaways that are happening tomorrow, just reach out. We want to help you. Like, our mission is, I think, especially these three women, us three women on here, like I see Sequita's, it's very tiny to me, but it's
encourage, empower, and equip.
Yes. Yes. See, and mine's happiness, hope, and healing. So and I know Shasta as well. She does retreats, and like, I actually feel like the three of us are going to do something much bigger than just, I don't mean just, but I think there's something more that's coming in relation to that whole space. Because we didn't even talk about Sequita wrote books, you guys. Like, Sequita's smart. She's pretty and smart.
Well, thanks.
She's awesome.
She wrote books.
Yeah.
Shasta does retreats for women. Like I have powerful women in my circle that we want to bring you into that circle.
Right.
Like, there's no mean girls table here. Like, we want to bring you into that circle and love you and support you and just help you to be your best. So we thank you for hopping on here. Any questions at all, you can reach out to any one of us and we will make sure you get connected to the right person, the right information, all of the right things. So thank you so much for hopping on, you guys, and have an amazing night.
You too. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.